Is nano-hydroxyapatite safe? Well, not only is it safe, but it's also highly effective in helping the body to really remineralize the enamel and the enamel surface. Hydroxyapatite is basically 97% of what tooth structure is made of. It's the hard structure part broken down. When you break down hydroxyapatite, it's basically calcium and phosphate. So the minute it's in a toothpaste you brush, it hits the saliva, it breaks down into calcium or phosphate. If it gets into the gut or it gets swallowed, there is no study to show that there's any toxicity at all with hydroxyapatite. In fact, there's a study that I have here, and it's from Enamel et al. It's a review of the synthetic hydroxyapatite in oral care products. And there was 30 plus studies done in this particular published article. And it concludes there's no evidence of systemic toxicity or bioaccumulation has been observed in any clinical or animal study. And it's a physiologically compatible source of calcium and phosphate and poses no toxicological risk in oral care use. Further, the EU Commission, working with the company that we use, evaluated their hydroxyapatite, and they're the gold standard company, and they were deemed to be safe and effective and safe for human and oral care products and or if there was consumption. And rightly so, because it just breaks down into calcium and phosphate. Why does our toothpaste have nano-hydroxyapatite, or NHA, which is essentially tooth mineral? So we use a unique 11% bioavailable formulation of our hydroxyapatite, both in the nano form and in the micro form. The nanoparticles are there to reach into the deep and damaged areas of your enamel, or the worn areas of your enamel, and help the remineralization process. The microparticles are there to help flood the saliva with the nutrients that it needs to help the body naturally heal its own enamel surface. Do ingredients like salt or baking soda harm the oral microbiome? And the answer is no. Salt is very neutral, its pH is neutral, and it's very healing. It actually helps to maintain and keep the oral microbiome intact. Now, baking soda has a higher pH, which is actually quite good as well, because it helps drown out the more harmful bacteria, so it makes for a more healthy oral microbiome. So collectively, they work beautifully to keep the oral microbiome healthy and intact so that you have a good array and diversity of healthy, beneficial bacteria. Is xylitol safe for gut health? A 2021 study actually showed that the microorganisms in the gut can digest xylitol, and it's good for the beneficial bacteria. And it also helps create short-chain fatty acids. All these can impart health to the gut and to the gut microbiome. What's the shape of the nano-hydroxyapatite used in our formula? We use a rod-shaped NHA sourced from a company in Portugal, and they have the gold standard on the safest and most effective form of nano-hydroxyapatite. In fact, they've been approved through the EU Commission for standards of safety, so it's been deemed safe for human consumption and use in oral products like ours. Can the acidic ingredients in my toothpaste formula damage the enamel? So the answer is no, because my toothpaste is tested and stays in the alkaline range or right near neutral, which is 7.0, which is very healthy for your teeth and gums. Now, some people might be concerned about the lactic acid or the citric acid in the formula, which is at less than 1% of the concentration, but those are stabilizing agents and actually antioxidants and prebiotics in their form. They're actually fairly healthy for the teeth as long as they're in those lower amounts, which we make sure we honor.